Think about it. Think about it. You grow up in a family unit your whole life, raised a certain way. My parents grew up in the era of Depression parents. Their parents lived through the Depression. Life was a sense of purpose and survival. There's no extra talking or saying that they loved you. You just knew that they did by their actions. And that deferred to our parents. It was still survival because most of the parents just had one parent working. And the other parent raised like 4 or 5 kids. If you looked at pictures of my parents, they were perfect together. They're definitely opposite, but they all had strengths to make a good family. If you look at most of the families, or what the intention of the Bible and God is, we're picked to be together because we are perfect to be together. And not everything's going to be perfect. It's going to be a back and forth thing until you eventually cross that bridge together. It didn't happen for my parents. I think we have to remember that life is temporary, and the up and down chaos of life is temporary. You gotta work towards the good moments. There's gonna be anger, there's gonna be crying, there's definitely gonna be laughter. Husband is gonna do everything possible to make the wife happy. And it's the wife's job to make sure that the husband tends to business, which can be a little harsh at times. Sometimes we don't understand. Sometimes we have to look deep and try to be like this. Not get sensitive and do what it takes to say our piece. You can definitely tell we're doing the job properly when you can see how the mother dotes on the kids and loves the kids unconditionally. And when the kids get older, you can see the same feelings go back to the mother. That's the best part of life. It's just that the parents can't seem to love unconditionally to each other. God gave us free will, which means we have to let the person be who they want to be. My mother pretty much let us be who we wanted to be. My sister, Sandra, that's closest in age to me, she loved animals. Anytime she found a hurt animal, bird, raccoon, whatever, she had to nurse it back to health. My sister was accelerated in school, and she could have done anything she wanted in life, but my mother and her decided she'd go to art school because she was so good at it. Which later came back as an inside agenda to my sister that when the other sister went to nursing school, my sister felt like my mother didn't pay attention to her enough to lead her on the path to something more prosperous than art. But we all make our own decisions. Which caused other upheaval. So Sandra was jealous of Mary. And Mary couldn't understand my sister, or didn't let her be who she wanted to be unconditionally. Nobody really knows what it is between parents and their kids. I tried talking more to my son. How do you really know if that's the way to be? All I know is on the external what it looked like. He's successful. But what do we really know about the internal? Especially the internal between spouses. We're brought up in a family to be a certain way and have a great purpose in life. But I don't know if that's good enough education before going out in the chaos of the real world. It's one big learning experience. But we have to remember that this whole world is connected. We're all one entity. So when we go out, we gotta try to love unconditionally between our family, which with practice we still aren't getting. Never mind going out into the real world and love unconditionally as much as we can. And all this comes down to our own internal struggle that we have of being paid attention to. It's a two-way street. You know what to do.